It's our heart and soul. Kirkland is nationally known for its thriving arts community, but don't take our word for it. Check it out for yourself. We have a sneak peek at the Kirkland Artist Studio Tour.
I think the communities are kind of coming together, and it could be a good thing.
It's essential in many ways, and this is just one piece of it.
Create, and that's all what you need to do. You need to bring out that right brain.
But I mean, I think art feeds the soul.
Yeah, art for me is definitely a necessity.
Every single artist you get to talk to, you get to find out what makes them tick.
There's more to life than making money and driving your car.
You are invited into my home and into my space.
It's a very, very creative place, I think.
It's a cool thing, and I love that the studio tour and the city of Kirkland is dedicated to the community and recognizing that it's a viable language, and it's viable and vibrant to a community that's big in technology, and that's, you know, one half of the brain, and they're honoring the other half too.
Kirkland is a vibrant community where creativity, commerce, culture, and the arts mix it up to create the perfect place to live, work, and play. Recently dubbed the creative class, people who create for a living and live to create represent over 30% of the U.S. workforce. According to economist and author Richard Florida, these creative folk do a wide variety of work in a wide variety of industries, from technology to entertainment, journalism to finance, high-end manufacturing to the arts. Stay tuned as we visit with some of these folks, artists involved in the Kirkland Artist Studio Tour.
Chris and I, 5 years ago, had went to a studio tour in a neighboring community, and Chris came back, she's the idea person, and said, I have an idea, this is what we're gonna do.
There was about a dozen of us, and we put $100 in a hat and said, let's just do it. So in 3 months' time, we got together and we put together a big postcard and some posters, and I put together a free website, and we just spread the word, and we decided we're just going to have a studio tour, and we started it.
And it was great. We were thrilled to have it in the community, and it's since grown from 12 to, I think this year it's almost 60 artists.
Mother's Day weekend, mothers dictate what they want to do, and mothers want this tour. And it's probably the only weekend that they can say to their family, I want to do this tour, I'm your mother, it's my day, let's go as a family and do it. And that's what we have. We have families coming that entire weekend that I don't think would if it was on any other weekend.
On our first stop, we visit Joy Hagan at her Holmes Point home studio. Selena and her dad, Bruce, are joined by some of Joy's friends and neighbors for a quick art lesson.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Come on in. Hi. You're just in time. I'm going to do a demo. So I'm demoing encaustic. I don't know if you're familiar with encaustic painting, but it's an ancient technique of painting with hot wax. And I use resin with it in combination with beeswax. So I've been drawing and doing art of one kind or another all my life, as far as I can remember. And dressed my own paper dolls and wrote my own horse stories with horse illustrations and all that good stuff. And then I got sidetracked and went to college, obeyed my parents, and didn't get an art degree. And had a career for a while, and when I had kids is when I started getting back into making art. Okay, that's for you. 2 for 1.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks for coming by today. It's a medium I love. I don't think, I actually hadn't touched a paintbrush and paints my acrylics and oils for almost 2 years solid. And now I'm getting ready to get back into painting, but this has just really totally enthralled me for the last 2 years, so.
You actually get to go and see professional artists at work in their own environment. So it's not like going to a gallery walk where you go in a gallery and you see the paintings hanging on the wall and you have a little wine and cheese. You actually get to go in and see the equipment they use. You get to see what inspires them. You get to see where they live. So it's a whole different experience to be able to walk into an artist's real studio and have that connection.
Catherine Wright, an architectural illustrator from Kirkland, is here to visit with artist Celeste Stirring and check out her glass art studio overlooking Lake Washington.
Hi!
Hi, how are you?
You're Celeste?
Yes, I am.
Great,
Welcome.
great.
Come on in.
Those with lights on and stuff.
This is my studio.
Oh, wow.
I like to make functional art,
Yeah.
and so that this is totally usable. And
I'm supposed to have sushi today.
yeah, I think about music sometimes when I'm doing glass, you know. So I thought, well, this would be really fun to.
Now, is this painted on, or is
No,
this
that's
something
glass.
you made
a
too?
fused glass cut out element, just to remind people that they are piano keys. And
Yeah.
I like to finish on both sides, you know, so that you get reflection on both sides.
Just see how they got into it and see how they expressed themselves, what their motivation was for initially starting, and why they chose that medium, and why they stick with it, or how they've changed. Beautiful.
And now I'm getting 2 claws, which is so much fun because the crab is actually, I think there's a lot of character in the claw. And so I got eyes here ready to go. If they do decide to make a purchase, they actually can see that you really spent some time on it.
Yeah.
It's meaningful.
Yeah.
I think that's why people buy art. It's meaningful to them and it's meaningful to the artist, and they bring some of that energy home with them. I think.
It's sort of a sharing of spirit, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit of transaction that happens
Yeah.
there.
So it's a very intimate experience, I think, and in the world today, there's not a lot of intimate experiences.
We took an over-the-shoulder look at Anne and Robert Feiser's cozy atelier, where art and artists live in perfect harmony.
I like taking people and painting them into paintings, fantasy paintings. These are 3 women that dressed up like fairies at the Fairy World Festival in Eugene, Oregon. So that's what this one is, and it's called When Good Fairies Go Bad. They usually wind up in the pumpkin patch. It's a lot of fun.
For me, it's never been really about overworking a painting, is just trying to get the feel that I'm looking for in a painting. And so this one is not quite where I want it yet. And some paintings happen quickly and they're done in a day, and other paintings like this one, you just kind of keep them around and keep working on them.
I like the way this blue is sparking off the orange.
That looks good.
Well, we're a curiosity. A lot of people go, well, oh my God, you're both artists. How does that work, you know? And for us, it works really well. We understand each other and appreciate, you know, the kinds of things that an artist has to do and wants to do. And so we're not giving each other grief about that. And so it works really well. And plus, we like each other enough to spend a lot of time together.
Fun.